Hello everybody, and welcome to this episode of Make It Your Own Design Academy. In this special episode, I am going ahead to show you how to use a brand style guide. Now, this particular brand style guide will be available in our online shop, so the product link is down below for you there. And I talk about a brand style guide, very often in my videos, in many videos coming up and a few that are already up. And I just wanted to make sure that you guys had an example of what it looks like, how to use it, and why it's good for your business, which I've also shared in other videos. And so you'll see here that I am playing around with Pooch Playhouse, which is a brand that I designed maybe 2 or 3 years ago when I was doing the 100 Days of Design Challenge. And so this is something that I made it a couple years back, and I went ahead and put the primary logo, as you see it, nice big and bold, they're stacked. And then you see the secondary logo, which takes up more horizontal space, and then the brand mark, which is the dog. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was a Chihuahua that I used to kind of create this, but don't quote me on it. I have videos on it on my other YouTube channel, so maybe I'll put the link for that as well. So you'll see down below in the color palette area, I'm putting the 3 main colors of the brand, but you'll see later on that I go ahead and add the additional 2 colors that I did use. I just couldn't remember what they were, so I had to wait until I put the pattern up to see what those specific colors were. But see, even on the left hand side of the color palette section, you'll see how to use. And so here you want to specify, if you use that pink color more often than the other colors, then you want to let people know like how that color is used. In which instances is it used? Is it used as a heading color? Is it used as your button color? Is it used as your link color? Whatever that rule may be, you have autonomy to make those decisions about your brand. And so you get to decide how you expect your graphics to be seen, if you're handing this over to your graphic designer or another team member, so on and so forth. So although I didn't bother to change any of the text, I want you to know that the text boxes are there so that you can elaborate how you want people to utilize the different elements of your visual brand. So the same applies for your different fonts. You can let them know, excuse me, that first font is for your headings, and it's only used for like your first heading. It's not used for body, it's not used for buttons, so on and so forth. Like those are the different types of rules that you can actually make for your brand. Here, I believe the font I use is called Marvin, but it's not a Canva font, and so I just had to use a different Marvin font just to kind of just for this purpose, really. Pardon me, I'm getting over the flu. So you'll see I also use pop-ins twice, in all caps for subheadings, and then in body text for body fonts. Okay, so I also have an accent font, which you see apricots. I just like apricots. It's not that I necessarily needed it for this particular brand, but I kept it there again as an example for you guys. And because in this brand I had a lot of different icons and different visuals for, the dog print, the hand print, the dog house, and then the dog bone, which you'll see. I just kind of spread them out so that they look, kind of even across the board on this area here. But you can share whatever additional elements you have, whether they're icons, whether you have stickers in your brand, whether you have patterns. You'll see me add a pattern in a short little time. But yeah, whatever elements you need to help people further identify your business, this is the area that you want to put those assets so that people are aware. And then you want to explain how those elements are used, or in which scenarios that they're utilized, so that there's a clear understanding amongst yourself and amongst your team members as well. All right, so here you're gonna see me begin to add the pattern. You can see that there are 2 boxes there, but I only really needed 1. So I'm just gonna take a little moment to try to reconfigure that area so that I can just put the 1 pattern. So don't mind me as I'm moving things around. Some people have 2 patterns, some people have 1 pattern. So it's really up to you how you want to use that area, but for this particular brand, I only had 1 pattern. As I mentioned earlier, I used additional colors in the pattern, which you'll see up at the top in those circles. So I'm now going back to add them here on the color palette area. And you'll also note that each color has a name. I did not actually fill that part out, but you can fill out your own name, whether it's one that you made up or like maybe an actual name that's there, whether it's a magenta or a mustard or whatever it may be. And then you can go ahead and add your additional CMYK and then your RGB if that's important to you, or if that's important for your designer, because you want to make sure that all your graphics are the same, that everything that you create is on the same page. And so yeah, you'll see me still trying to reconfigure that last box for the pattern. So don't mind that. I'll probably like fast forward through that so that we can get through the rest of the video. Through everything, and even above this section here, you'll see that there's an area for you to say more about your brand. So if there's a specific voice that you use, anything else that you felt you didn't have space for, you can use that additional space to elaborate or add a visual component, and then at the bottom you want to add some imagery, whether it's some templates that you've used in the past that you want the designer or yourself to kind of stay true to, or if you want to share some mock-ups that your logo designer kind of created for you, so that whoever's designing for you has a clear picture of how your brand is supposed to be represented on various forms or mediums. You definitely want to use that bottom section for that. You can also use it to kind of highlight the different types or styles of photography that you utilize within your brand. If that's something that you do, whether it's black and white photos, maybe you take photos from a certain vantage point and that's unique to your brand. This area down here is great for that as well. So whatever visual components that you need to add to create a clearer picture for the way you want things to be created within your business, you can go ahead and do that and put that in this area here. And then you'll pretty much be done with that. You can go ahead and at the very top of this sheet, you'll be able to type in your brand name, and you could also like spruce things up a little bit. And for this particular brand, I could have added like a paw print to the side to make it seem more fun. This is a document that you will continuously refer to, and if you have a Canva Pro, you will most likely have your brand kit. And so you'll have all of that stuff nicely placed in there so that you could easily access it. So you definitely want this document to look like your brand, to be fun, because it's going to be a great resource for anyone who comes in contact with any design elements of your business. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just running through everything so you can see it all. And that's generally what it's supposed to do for you. Again, put in that brand name there, and then once you're done, you could take away the V2 and the year and all of that stuff. But yeah, this is what your brand style guide should look like. And it'll be that guide that helps you as you design, as you relay information to other people who are working with you. Again, the product link is in the description, and I hope you enjoy your time using it. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Introducing the Pharmacy Lab, where visionary entrepreneurs unite to build unforgettable brands. Are you tired of feeling like your brand is just a face in the crowd? Do you dream of creating a loyal community that advocates for your business? You're not alone. Building a remarkable brand requires more than just a great product or service. It demands a deep understanding of your audience, a clear vision, and a supportive community to help you bring it all together. That's why we created the Pharmacy Lab, a vibrant community of entrepreneurs who are passionate about crafting amazing brands that leave a lasting impact. Are you ready to join the movement? If you're an entrepreneur who's passionate about building an unforgettable brand, we invite you to join the Pharmacy Lab today. So visit pharmacylab.com to join. Have you tapped into your pharmacy benefits? As a beneficiary, you unlock special offers, gifts, and always stay in the loop. Subscribe today to receive your exclusive dose. Visit pharmacybenefits.com.